fun line. And on a personal level, I will tell you guys, when I was a brand new comedian, he was one of the first people to be nice to me. He is as incredible on stage as he is off stage. You know him, you love him. Start clapping right now for Anthony Fuentes!
¡Viste! Espérate, wait, I gotta do some things. To the owner of a Toyota, no, I'm just kidding. I wanna do, because I'm new to this, normally I don't have people in seats. Normally it's just empty seats. So, everybody take your phone out, put the light on, put the flashlight. It's not that serious, I don't need the moaning. Oh my God. All right, when I say don't scream yet, wait, okay, I gotta do my thing. Put your phone up. Why is your phone up, bro? Okay. Not on me. Hold on, how do I do this? Espérate. Espérate, necesito los lentes, my glasses. Espérate, here we go. Can y'all wait? You're making me nervous. Here we go. Yo, Chicago! I'm so happy to be here. It's always been my dream to headline in Zanies Rosemont. And yo, anybody who follows, you always know I say you family. So guess what? The family came out tonight. We sold this money! Oh, you stop fast as hell. What? Whatever. I thought it was gonna at least last a little bit, and I could have gone like that. Okay, turn the light off. You got it still on. We don't got a lot of time. Where my Puerto Rican people at? Los Boricua. Yo! Shout out to Sandwichera in the building tonight. West Division, baby. My favorite sandwich spot. Mexicanos, where we at? Charlie! My stepdad's Mexican. He raised me. And he showed me what it is to be a man. And I be messing people up in the head because I got the Puerto Rican flag hanging. And I be singing Chente in the freaking car. Yo sí sé que estoy afuera. And they be like... And then I get nervous and they look at me, so I change it to Bad Bunny. El que de río. It was on shuffle. Where my Belize people at? Hey! And my white people, where you at? Make some noise. Let's go, baby. Love my white people. Love my white people. You know what I love? I've learned now that I have people follow me that there's some crazy in all of us. Right? We all say we judge like, yo, they crazy. No, we all crazy. My girl, batshit crazy. But so am I, so we match each other's energy. You know, white people crazy. Latinas are crazy, but a different kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Latinos, like, they're crazy, they're loud, and they'll stab you. Mira, with a butter knife, while putting butter on the toilet like that. Shut up. And they get mad at us. Oh, you're so overreacting. You stabbed me with a butter knife. It hurt. And be like, you didn't even break the skin. Hey? And even when it does break the skin, you guys double down. For some reason, Latinas like to laugh at our pain. Right? Because you be like, yo, you did break the skin. Oh, shit, I did. Oh, my God. Right? Oh my God! Mira, Brenda, you're not gonna believe this girl. Más time. Crazy. And then you be like, but I'm bleeding. And they're like, but did you die? No. Put some Vicks on it. It'll go away. My girl thinks water fixes everything. I can't breathe. Drink water. No. I need an asthma pump. And here's the thing with Latinas, too. They're very loving. Latinas are loyal and they're loving. But they have no empathy. Man, it's right here, the boy. You get a little bit, you know? Fellas, we get sick. You get home, they're like, man, baby, I don't feel good. And they'll jump in. Don't worry about it, baby. Come here, baby. Mira, Vaporub, Vicks, come on. Come on, papi. And lay you on the back. You get one of those. You can't say that shit twice. Y'all don't let us have that. Right? Because we be in the bed, man, it really hurts. I'm really sick. Okay, I get it. You're dying. Relax. I freaking worked 12 hours, washed the dishes, did the laundry, gave birth to 3 kids, but are you dying from a cold? Mira, let me call the Pope. Let me alert the Pope. Mira, Anthony's dying. Pope, mira, give him his last rites. No empathy. That's very low. White women, y'all are different kind of crazy. They're silent crazy. That's scary. See, because a white woman, you won't get stabbed. There'll be no yelling. You'll just go missing. Right? You just go, see? Look, she's like, girl, I took out 3 last week. And I'm wearing a crown on my happy birthday. Spit that. That's how I do. They will make you go and then they'll be on the news as a witness. They don't give a fuck, right? They'll be on the news. I didn't know what happened to Papi. We had just got engaged. Whole time, Bobby's cut up in 1,000 pieces in the trunk of her car. Insane. My girl now, she's Puerto Rican and Irish. I'm in double trouble. She's white and Spanish. So she's silent and crazy and loud. You know how do you be silent and loud at the same time? You know how? Her eyes speak for her. Y'all do that silent treatment shit. It's like cussing us out, right? They'll be like, you know, and then walk away and you're like, oh, hell no. My girl's crazy. She's a walking red flag. It had the toxic symbol on her stomach. Man. I thought it was a tattoo. Biohazard, cuidado. She's a chemical, bro. That's how I know it's gonna last, though. I know it's gonna last because I'm scared the shit out of her, bro. Fear makes relationships last, right? Ladies, you know I'm telling the truth, fellas, right? When you fear your woman, that's how you know it's gonna last. Because you're like, I ain't leaving her, bro. I'm good. No, who told you that? No, I not even said that shit. Special kind of crazy. Rules, a lot of rules. She goes on a diet, I gotta go on a diet. Why? I don't like how I look. We're starting a diet too. I'm okay. I don't know who I'm okay, man. I like this. Can't tell him nothing. Can't tell him calm down. See? See how quiet I got? Can't tell them. They lose their shit. They get mad. Even when you say it in a loving way, I tried it. I did. I was like, calm down. They get possessed. They start talking to the ancestral spirits and shit. They do not. He told me calm down. Did he just say it? Who you talking to? You can't tell them to hurry up either. They get mad about that shit too. Here's the thing that bothers me. Ladies, you already got us. You understand? We don't care. Once you got us, you got us. You understand? You get fat, I get fat with you. You understand? We get men, real men, we just like to be happy is being comfortable, okay? If I'm comfortable with you, then we riding this all the way out. You make me comfortable, that's all. My girl make me feel comfortable. You know what I mean? She drives me nuts, but she lays on top of me. I got no space on the bed. Got a king size, take a quarter of the bed. I'm half my leg off. There's a whole side. But I'm comfortable. But no, you guys feel like you have to go above and beyond. Like when we go out, you guys take what's like equivalent to an Avengers movie. Man, 3 hours and 15 minutes to get ready. Y'all would take breaks. You understand? I've seen it. They take a shower. They come out with the towel with like the slit here, with the turban, and then. Right? And then they sit on the sofa, and it's always when we got somewhere to be, right? When we gotta be, like, honey, the work function, it's supposed to start. We gotta, you know, why are you sitting down? And they'll say this. They will say this, they'll be like, oh, I'm taking a break. For moi. Did you pack a lunch? I don't know. How? And then they go into the bathroom. And then they pull out the arsenal of makeup. It looks like a hitman. They just roll it out with 34 brushes and 25 concealers. And we're sitting there like, why are you putting Sherman Williams on your face? DK Ace is the place on your face. And then it's the hair. My woman yesterday came up to me, how's my hair look? I said, beautiful. No, it doesn't. It's puffy. I'm like, but Mufasa, move over because I think it looks great. Can't touch the hair either. Once a woman has the hair done, you cannot touch a woman's hair, right? Here's the thing, fellas. We go get a haircut, right? I go to the barber shop, right? We listen and we don't judge. I know I don't have hair. I don't care, all right? This is for nostalgic reasons, all right? I like to feel it, okay? But you come in the car, right, guys? Even when we try to get nice for a woman, and you got your hopes, because they like, yo, you're looking good. The mirror, they do the mirror thing, and you're like, yeah, bro. And you get in the car, what's the first thing your woman does? See, mira, investigation, CSI, like that. Come here. All in your head. Let me see. And y'all never say nothing nice. Like, oh my God, why do you, look what he did to your head, yo. Why do you go to him? Now your self-esteem like that. He was having an off day. He was high. But women, no, we can't touch the hair, right? You gonna touch the hair? Don't touch. Why? Why? Last night you would let me pull it, and now I can't touch your hair. What's going on? They don't want none. Don't open the window. Don't turn on the air. Mira, you in the car like that. I'm in the sauna. I can't breathe. Don't move the hair. And the thing, for what? Because either way, it ends up when you go take a shower on the wall, mira, like that. Cause she grabbed it like that. They get Spider-Man, a spider web. And y'all leave that shit there. Right? And then we go, we taking a shower uncomfortable, like, right? Why is Venom staring at me? Can't touch the air. Rules. Story time? Story time. Story time. I talked about this recently in my life because it's really happened and it just boggles my mind. My girl thinks she knows everything about the world. through YouTube and TikTok. Tells her. She's like, mira, we be sitting next to each other and she texts me the video. I'm like, mira, Stephen Hawking, why don't you use words? Why are you? Hi, why are you looking? Come on. I'm saying, you know? Says, give me I'm right here. I look at it. I want you to look at it. You're right here. And she thinks everything. So we go on a road trip. I take her for our first road trip. Colorado, because everybody's like, it's beautiful. It's good. No, it's not. It's horrible. It's a nightmare. Okay? It's a nightmare. The only good thing I got out of Colorado, they had In-N-Out Burger. That was it. Swear to God. Man, they had the Rocky Mountains there. And they were like, I was like, how long? And my girl, let's go hiking. I said, how far is it? 3-hour drive. 3-hour drive? To go do exercise? No, I'm okay. No. Mira, Planet Fitness is right there. They don't judge. I say, hell no. I took it to the toilet store. I said, mira, take a picture, zoom with your special camera. That's as close as you're going to get to the Rocky Mountains. But it was the road trip that got us there that was devastating. You know, everybody I would tell them, like, yeah, I'm going to go with my girl. And everybody would be like, oh, you're going to go with your girl? I told Abby, I'm going to go with my girl. He's like, wait, you going to go with your girl? I said, yeah. Oh, okay. That's all he said. He looked defeated for a second. Like something, he caught a memory. So we go on the road trip and we're hanging out. We make it 2.5 hours into the trip. She starts doing the look. You know, ladies, you do the look, right? They like, cause she did me like that the first half. I'm gonna keep you company. Playing freaking nature sounds on my radio. So now I'm tired. Go. We at 2.5. She wake up to do this. And I see out of my peripheral, like, oh my God. And she looked at me. Yeah. She's like, I have to pee. I'm like, She's 37, I'm 45. I'm like, I don't have to. But she's like, no, we had to stop. So I stop in Des Moines, Iowa for her to pee. Relax, not that severe. She was, oh my God, in Des Moines. But this is what she does though. She gets out the car, looks at me and says, are you coming? I'm like, I didn't know this was a group trip. I thought you were just gonna go pee, nena. Hurry up. And she's like, no, you have to come out with me. What? Yeah, for what? Am I holding it for you? What are we doing here? What kind of ditty shit are you talking about right now? And she's like, no, because I don't want to go by myself. I could get sex trafficked. What? I don't want to get sex trafficked. I'm like, in Iowa? What? Since when? I never heard Anderson Cooper say anything about Iowa. I think it's gonna be all right. But she forced me. No, you have to come. So I go, and I'm waiting outside of the bathroom for her with her purse. I'm high as hell, because that's the only reason I could be with her right now at this moment. And I'm panicking because I feel like everybody's just staring directly into my eyeball. And every lady that walk out and know what to say, so I'll be like, sex trafficking. This went on every 3 hours, like clockwork. I even had to say it's about to happen in 35 seconds. Yup. And every time she would force me to get out. And finally I thought, you know what, maybe a little open, because she says communicate, be open and honest. I said, okay, you know what, let's practice this communication, open and honest thing. So yeah, the last time we stopped, she's like, come on, I don't want to get sex trafficked. And I was like, baby, you know, I don't think you meet the criteria. We listen and we don't judge. You weren't there. It seemed like a good idea, okay? I thought it was in a loving, honest way. And I could see the evilness in her eye twitch ever so slightly. And so I panicked, and I'm high, so I doubled down. I said, say it in a nicer way, say it in a nicer way. I'm like, babe, I'm just saying, unless they got a Groupon deal, maybe then. I'm saying like a BOGO deal, baby, like if they're taking food stamps or something. And then she went full Rican. So I panicked and I did the best thing I could think of. I proposed, swear to God. And now we're engaged. Brady! Man, I'm having fun. Are y'all having fun? I didn't even go over my set. I just started going crazy. I got ADHD. Don't mind me. I got nervous with the whole camera thing. I was supposed to go, and I was going to take some stuff out of here. But you know what? Actually, you know what? Forget it. Let's just have fun. Yeah, let's keep having fun. I'll do that later. Anyway, I'll say it for the lives. Yes. So look, then I'll tell you more story. Story time? Yeah. Story time. Mira, I got home from Philly. I talked about this one. I got home from Philly. And this is when fear entered my body. And I fell in love, because I said, yep. Because I got home 3 a.m. I lay in the bed next to her. And she wakes me up 3 a.m, the witching hour. Nothing good ever happens at the witching hour. So I felt the first budge. Babe. Babe. I woke up. I said, quiet. And I looked at the clock and I was like, pretend you're sleeping, pretend you're sleeping. But here's the thing, she doesn't know when to stop. There's no off button with her. She keeps going, like going. She's the Energizer Bunny. She's like, back, back, back. And finally, I'm like, what? And she's like, are you sleeping? No, I'm auditioning for a role of Sleepy Man. Did I get the role? Did I make you believe it? Because then I got the role tomorrow. I'm sleeping, yes. And she's like, well, I had a nightmare. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm living my nightmare right now. What do you know? And she says, I had a nightmare that you cheated on me with your ex. Yeah, that dream. They all get that dream. Oh, yeah, somewhere along the line. And I feel like you do it to us at 3 a.m. to see if we're going to slip up or something and be like, who, Karen? But here's the thing, it bothers me because I'm like, you should know, I don't cheat, I eat, okay? That's what I do. I cheat on my diet all day, you understand? You don't want to know the trips that I be making to McDonald's when I'm on the road, okay? Them ain't snack wraps, mommy, those are Big Macs. She be asking, you ever cheat? No, I'm not gonna, I barely have enough energy to deal with you. What makes you think that I got enough energy for 2 more? No, I'm good. But she said it, I had a nightmare. And I try to be a loving person. I'm like, that's okay, baby. I would never do that. The first one was crazier than you, believe it or not. So, just don't worry. And I grabbed her and I put her head right here on my titty. Right here, on my chi-chi. Cuddled it. She flicked the nipple, she went like that. We play like that. And then she turned to the side, and that's when she put the fear in my soul. She planted it ever so lightly like a seed. She said, oh, the scary part was in the dream, I was so mad that I burned you alive and watched as the house burned down. What? What do you say? She said it over. I was like, now I can't sleep, yo. But I can't front. She gets me through the day. She gets me through the day. She's awesome, you know, because here's the thing. True story, you guys know me. I'm an honest, open book. This ain't been panning off for me for a while. I've been doing this for 8 years. And it took a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of tears, a lot of fortitude, you know. She stood by me the whole time. Yeah. Nah, but here's the crazy part. She did one better, because I had told her in May we were here, up to here, and I said, baby, if this don't work out by August, by July, I gotta call it quits. I can't do this to you no more, to the kids. And so she said, well, baby, then take this month if that's what you feel, and put it all in. I'm gonna hold it down for us. You go all in and go do this. If we're gonna do it, go all in. And I said, fine. And you know what? Here we are now. You understand? That's some real shit. Good thing. And here's the thing. She got kids. I got kids. We're this dysfunctional Brady bunch. That's what we are. You understand? Her son, KK, love that kid. 6 years old. But he's angry. That boy is angry. I'm like, what's up, Papi? What? Nothing. I'm just, how you doing? You know what his toy is? I grew up playing with He-Man toys, Transformers, Thundercat. His toy is a UFC beat-up dog. I'm not even making this up. Every day, and it's been ripped to shreds already, but they have tape all over the holes. And he pulls it like, fun time. And I'm like, oh my God, he's angry. But I love that kid. I love him. I really do. I love that kid. He told me, you know what he told me? I was on the road and I came back the other day and he actually said, I miss you. Yeah. And then he smacked me in the back of the head and then ran. I was like, thank you. Get it from your mama. Tough love. And my kids, I love my kids, but it's hard being a parent nowadays. It is. My daughter, who got teenagers? Make some noise if you got teenagers. They're assholes, aren't they? They are, let's be honest, right? My daughter, mira, she just turned 18. And I love my daughter, don't get me wrong. I used to let her paint my fingernails. She would put makeup on my face, right? I would walk around the house looking like RuPaul. I didn't care. It's my daughter. But they don't tell you something happens to these little shits when they get older. They turn into demons. She don't talk to me no more. She lock herself up in a room, right? And it's hard. She gets mad about stuff, everything. I went to story time? Story time. I went to her school to go surprise her. Apparently kids don't like that now. I mean, I didn't like it neither, but it was different. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. My mother used to show up to school with a bata, a robe, with flowers, right? With a stain on it, smelling like Vicks with hair rollers. And mira, she looked like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So, oh my God, she's here. I was all smooth dressed, you know. I wanted to take her on a daddy-daughter date because I had seen her on Full House. I've been watching Full House. Trying to be a better parent, bro. So I surprised her, and the parents, they recognize me, y'all, now as a comedian. You know, it's so crazy because people used to look down on me like, yo, he's gonna be trash. He's gonna be a criminal the rest of his life. He's gonna be garbage. And now people look at me like, yo, you're a comedian. I'm like, cool. Oh my God, Steve, thanks so much. He's like, yeah. I'm like, look at freaking Timmy. I can't believe it. I remember he was like this, you know, and now Timmy is like this, you know, ugly as his mother, but there he is. And I look around and I don't see my daughter. So I text her, because you gotta text them. You can't call these little punks. They don't answer the phone. Right? It's like, why am I paying your phone? One time I called her, she was upstairs in her room, and she sent me to the custom text message, in a meeting right now, can't talk. I'm like, pendeja, who you meeting up there? You don't even have friends, loser. What are you talking about? So I text, I said, surprise, baby girl, daddy's here. And she texts back, she said, I'll pass. Like I'm a date. I was gonna cuss her out, bro. I hit the F, and then I stopped for a sec. I thought, you know what? What would Danny Tanner do in this moment? Full House. You know? Y'all say it. Y'all be like, yo, get on their level, ask some questions. Right? Hey, what's the matter? What's wrong? So I tried it. I did. I tried it. I was like, hey, kiddo. I felt like Danny, like, DJ? I said, hey, kiddo, what's the matter? What's wrong? And she said, if you don't know, then I can't tell you. Oh, I said, oh, the force is strong in this one. I was like, it's her mother all over again. Oh, my God. So I say, hey, come outside. True story. She said, no, I'm not coming out. I said, well, then I am coming in. And I got there, mira, and she was hiding behind the thing, like this, mira, like a hostage. She was like that. There he is. And here's the thing, I've never hit my daughter a day in my life. You can't. If you sneeze on these little punks, you go to jail. Right? The most I ever did was flinch, but everybody flinches, right? Right? You never flinched? No, just like, ooh, boss. Woo! Go ahead, Papi. Go ahead. Right? Right? Yeah. Oh, I'm sweating. Go ahead. Go ahead. Beat that. I'm a professional flincher. You understand? One time I flinched so hard I caught the Holy Spirit. I started speaking to my ancestors. I was like, oh, this stupid bitch don't know how we got down. She don't know. Agualile. I never hit a day in my life. I got pissed off. I turned into a ventriloquist. You know when you get real mad? Right? You're like, I'm gonna hook you up. I swear to God. I hate you. And she looked at me in front of the whole school, and she was like, fuck you. I was like, white people, man, I was taken aback. I couldn't believe that. She said that to me after everything we've been through and everything. And I started getting in my feelings. And I'm like, you know what, Danny Tanner and DJ. And I looked at her and I was like, you know what, fuck me. Fuck you. I wanted to fight her, bro. You ever want to fight your kid? Right? Right? They should make that a holiday. I'm dead ass. Mira, give us one day. You want peace on earth? Mira, give us one day. One day. Make it in the summertime when they ain't got no school and they gotta wait for it at home. Like that. There'll be peace on earth, right? Right? Because think about it, 85% of your anger comes from your kids. They do dumb stuff throughout the day that implant little seeds that by the time the end of the day comes, you want to punch somebody in the face, right? But if you knew that you had the option, right, and your kid is acting a stupid fool, you ain't gonna get so mad, because you're just gonna be like, you know what, it's okay, wait till June, bitch. Right? Man, I'm telling you, one day, she gets mad about everything. Everything I say gets her mad. She told me, watch Game of Thrones. You guys know that show? Yeah. Okay, for those who don't know, let me explain to you, very simple. Game of Thrones is a soft porno about dragons. No, it is. It really is. It is. I watched it. Here's the thing. I watch those shows on my car radio, because I bought it on TikTok, and it can play, and while I'm on the road, and on a show with tetas, and probably everybody driving behind me, kids and all, I see them when I'm watching. I look like a pervert by myself at 11 o'clock at night, driving through the streets of Pennsylvania. They're like, mira este pervert Amish, mira, sucio. They should call it Tits of Throne. That's what they should call it. Teta of Throne. And she asked me questions, and here's the thing. I don't memorize names. I'm too old for that. And the names, they're hard. Triteritum, I don't know, whatever he called himself. So I go off identifications, what you look like, what color you are, and all that. And so my daughter's like, who's your favorite character? And I instantly said the midget. He was dope. I love the midget. Yeah, whatever you said, yeah. He said the name. He said, Tyrone. That's what I got out of that. She lost her mind. Don't say that word. And I'm like, why? It's a cool word. And she's like, no, it's offensive. I'm like, no, it's not. That's mad cute, bro. What are you talking about? It's like, mira, look, a little midge. Just a midge. But it's smaller. It's midget. Just midget. You know, just midget. So I asked her, I said, what do you call it? She said, little people. I'm like, stupid. That's offensive, bro. Deacon, little people, what are they? Keebler elves and shit? No. Right? Calling little people. You don't see a person with one arm. Yo, one arm, come here. Let me talk to you for a minute. Right? Or you see a flat-chested girl. Mira, iron skillet. Come here. Banquet, come here real quick. Let me talk to you for a minute. Right here. It's offensive. Here's the thing, I love little people. We'll say that just in case there's one hiding. I'm scared. I'm just saying, I don't want to walk out here and you be like, oh my God, Anthony was hilarious. Until the midget beat him up. Right? People outside who don't know me, they're gonna be like, oh my God, Fat Joe got beat up by a little person yesterday. I saw the Zanies. I told her, lean back, lean back. Little person, I love looking at little people. They're fun to watch. For real. I was in Nashville. Story time? Story time. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, on the road doing a show. I'm at the gas station, high out of my mind because I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. If you know, you know. It's a bunch of annoying white girls who are single and angry and want to be drunk. I'm getting married! Shut up. It's 11 o'clock at night. And I'm at the gas station. I saw a little person. And he was a tough little guy. For real. He had a Yankee hat on with a do-rag, you know. Timberlands on. I was like, oh my God, qué lindo. Look how cute. Oh yeah. Really? His necklace, it's an adult bracelet, but he put that in his hand. So cute. And I'm watching as he's waddling to the start. And when he was, and he tripped. It was the funniest shit I ever saw in my life. No, here's what it was so funny because if you ever watch a little person trip, they're kind of balanced differently. So they don't fall, you know what I mean? It takes them a second. And he was trying so hard. Mira, I'm gonna do it, don't make me laugh, hold on. Well, if you laugh, you're coming with me. You're like this. He's like, oh my God, no! And I just kept laughing because in my mind, I'm like, bro, it's a 17-inch fall. Just fall, bro. What are you gonna hurt falling 17 inches? You know what I mean? I got mad. I finished it. I got out the car. I was like, poof, just fall, bro. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. I was like that. Come here, vete. Sana culito, sana de rana. Come here. Give me your hand. Come on, vente. You like candy? You like Starburst? You got Starburst? Where was I? Oh yeah, my daughter. She hated that word. She does. And you know, my son, he's no better. I love that kid so much. You guys seen Dominic on my videos. People don't realize this. The reason I put Dominic on videos is because Dominic suffers from social anxiety ever since he was a child. Because, you know, when he did go to kindergarten, he had the worst luck. You know, he was in kindergarten for like 2 months. He was starting to get adapted, and then he was climbing on the couch, and I kept saying, no, stop it. And he fell off the couch, and I was like, Vite, ¿quién te manda? That's what you get. Do it again, Mr. Stuntman. Come on, Jackie Chan. But then he stood up, and his arm was broken. Oh, man, my heart broke. And I get angry. I'm crazy Latino, so I didn't know who to blame. I was punching the sofa. You see, bitch, what you did to my son? I hate you, bitch. I hate all sofas in the world. We sit on floors from now on. I was mad because I hate to see my son in pain, and there's nothing I could do to take that pain off of him. And he had to get surgery. They had to put pins in, yes. I was devastated. And Dom, again, he don't speak. He wouldn't look at people in the eye and speak. And everybody was like, oh, you should get him tested. I'm like, test yourself. Worry about yourself. You understand? My son is brilliant. My son is beautiful. My son is a light. You understand? Say what you want. I don't give a shit. That boy is going to be beautiful, and he's going to grow up to be the greatest. And he is. But here's the thing. He didn't talk to nobody, so I would take him to his routinely doctor visits. And the doctors would always ask the same question. They'd have the clipboard. How did it happen? And so I would tell him he fell off the sofa. And they always did this little smirk. What do you mean, that's just odd. Okay, Jesus, because you know everything. And so then they would look at Dominic, true story. And Dominic, they would ask him, where you leaving? Where you going? Did my story make you have to go pee? What's he eating? Vite. They'd ask Dominic the same question every day. Oh, you know, they would ask him, how did you do it? And he would look at me. And now he's grown up and he speaks to everybody. He don't stop talking. He is awesome. Exactly what I said he would be. But he does pranks. He pranks too much. He took me to the movies. He said, Daddy, I want to go to the movie. I said, okay. And we took him to the movies. We paid $85. I said I shouldn't have to be moving money around to go to the movie. And then he was like, Daddy, I want popcorn. I said, I told you in the dollar store. Grab candy and popcorn, stupid. So I looked at the guy and I said, how much for the smallest popcorn you got? And he was like, $25. I said, oh my God. That's $2.75 a kernel, sir. That is absurd. He's like, you want butter? No, don't even put salt. We eat it dry. And it was a 40X movie. That's why it cost so much money. It puts you in the cinema, right? You know, the chair shakes like that vigorously for 2 hours and 37 minutes. Yeah, mira, vigorously, okay? I learned that word the other day. They're using it. My girl, when she was coming, she's like, I'm running late. I'm like, well, hurry up vigorously because you need to be here. I'm waiting. You good? I had a chip. No, I don't want no more. It's dry. I don't even think that will help. So look, the chair shakes like that for 2 hours and 37 minutes. I'm 45, you can't shake me for 2 hours and 37 minutes. I gotta pee, thanks a lot, stupid. Now I'm missing $4 of the movie. And then when there's a wind scene like that, you're like, why is the fan on? I don't got my asthma pump. I'm gonna get bronchitis at the moon. And the worst part is when there's a water scene. Yeah. And I'm high as hell at the movie. And I was mid-kernel, y'all. $2.75 to the throat. No homo. I like that. My mouth was like a 1970 porn star. And the water got me. Ladies, I just want to say I'm sorry. I am. No, listen to me. On behalf of all men, I'm sorry. I was #MeToo at the movies. I understand. Because they called me. I didn't know what happened. I was like, who did that shit? And my son was laughing. I'm like, it's not funny. Because I took him to the hood to see this movie, so I know that wasn't clean water. Yeah, that was an old homeless viejito like that. See, I tell my girl these things, and she laughs, and that's how I know I'll make you guys laugh. That's why I'm glad I got her. I was trying dating apps before that. Dating apps suck, right? I tried Bumble. And it's here's the thing, ladies. That profile, mira, summarize it. I just need the cliff notes. I don't need to read your whole story. There was one girl, her story was so long at the bottom, there was an arrow like that. I said, oh my God, there's a part 2 to her story. There's a sequel. I swipe left. I'm like, you know what? You talk too much. Get out of here. And every day they give you a certain amount of swipes. And they say, would you like to pay $1.99 for more swipes? No, I don't even want the app. So I would just try to hurry through it. I would get up every morning and just go right, as fast as I could every day. One time I swiped the guy, true story. No, it's for real. Who has dating apps? Make some noise. Right? They sneak them in there, right? I tell no lies here, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. My witness. They sneak them in. It's for people like me. That's why they do it. To see if we're doing our homework. It's like, mira, pop quiz, pinga. ¿Viste? And I swiped, and he messaged me. And here's the thing. I thought that they assigned you a friend. You weren't there. Because he just said, hey, but with like 4 Ys. Hey. I was like, Dito, they gave me a slow one. It's okay. He's slow friend. I messaged back. I said, hey, 1 Y, capital H. He's my friend. I'm trying to teach him. I'm his Sandra Bullock. I said, hey. And he said, what are you doing? I said, nothing. Smoking a blunt. watching Sports Center, what up? I even put the D on it, what up? He's my friend. And he messages back and he said, you're cute. I thought it was a typo. I thought he meant cool, because I am cool. I said, yo, my man, you made a mistake, little boo-boo. I think you meant cool, and Q came out. And he said, make no mistake about it, Papi. Nah, lying, that shit turned me on. I don't care. No. You weren't there, bro. We listen and we don't judge. No one ever called me Papi before. It turned me on, right? I even doubled down. I was like, yo, the message didn't come through. Could you repeat what you said right now, please? And he texts, he said, yo, I said, make no mistake about it, Papi. You're sexy and cute. I want to take you out to dinner. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. So we went out to dinner. We did. Listen, you know what I look like saying no to a free dinner? It would have been obvious, okay? Do you know how many women have ever offered to take me out to eat and pay for it? Who got? Zero. Not a single one. This man stepped up, okay? They made me feel special. So really said all the right things. He's like, Papi, we're gonna go wherever you wanna go out to eat tonight. Money is no object. It's on me. It's free. I was like, oh my God. I felt like the Bachelorette, like I got the rose. He chose me! I was gay for a day. It was fun, bro. Fantastic time. I'll do it again. I miss Jeff. He was really nice. And now I'm with girls, and they don't pay for shit. I gotta pay for everything again. Not all of them. Mine does. But you know, here's the thing, and you know, she does try to make me better. Because before her, I was eating horrible. Now she's like, you gotta eat vegetables. I was like, I do. I eat cornflakes every day. That's corn. What are you talking about? Like, oh, you need protein. I have a Snickers bar in the freaking glove compartment. The commercial says hungry white waist. Man, I'm good. You understand? I did. I lost weight. I lost 162 pounds. Wait. That was a joke. You weren't supposed to clap like that fast. Yeah, you was about to stand up. Relax. Sit back down. I'm a little actually disappointed the fact that y'all thought my life is so bad that at some point I was that bigger than I am now. I was just trying to be like, yo, I lost 168, psych, you know, but you listen and you don't judge. The truth is, since her, I've lost 60 pounds. And that's the truth. Now you can clap. Oh, Maria. And I did it by going to the gym, for real. Started going to the gym. I went to LA Fitness. I thought it was the Puerto Rican gym. I was like, mira la fitness, I'm going there. That's a Latina. I want to support my people. And I got there, and it was a bunch of white people, and they were too encouraging, right? I'd walk on the treadmill. They're like, great job, buddy. Leave me alone. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, stupid. And then I would try to sneak away to the locker room, and all the old men walking around like Jesus made them. Right? Just like that. And I try to walk in there like a racehorse, right? You put blinders like, don't look, don't look, don't look. And you always look, right, bro? Come on, keep it up. It's because it comes out at you. It's like, yo, Right here. Right here. And then my worst nightmare happened. I would go to the sauna and hide in there for 30 minutes. Yeah, I would walk out sweating. People are like, oh my God, he worked out. No, I didn't, stupid. I was in the sauna. But then my worst nightmare happened. This is the last time I left fitness. Cause I was sitting there on the first bench and this old man walked in, right? He was old as hell. Okay, he was like Civil War old, okay? Like you know at the end of Titanic when the lady threw the ring, he was there. He's like, hurry up, man. Avanza, I got the car on. Old as hell. You understand? And he came in with the towel, but he grabbed the wrong towel that day. Yeah. He grabbed the hand towel. And it had a slit all the way up, like Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He went like that towards me. And then he could have sat anywhere. Okay, he could have sat anywhere. No, but he wanted to sit right above me. And he took off his towel. He did like Magic Mike. He went like that. And the tip hit my head. Like, of the towel. No. The towel. Take it easy. Towel. You weren't there. He went like that in the towel. And then he let it go. And it went in slow motion. And I did like that. And it was staring at me. Out of my periphery like that. It was the Dominican one, too. Oh, real bad. I like that. Psst, look at me. I was like, you know what? Jeff wouldn't treat me like this. Jeff would have turned me out the dinner. I want to say this. It's been a dream come true for me to be here tonight. I've worked hard to be here. I got no idea. Hold on. My biggest fan growing up was my grandma, Abuelita. Grandma was my biggest fan. She always the one that would tell people when my mom was gonna whip my ass, déjalo, leave him alone. He's either gonna be a lawyer or a comedian. She would tell him that, for real, yeah. And then she would join and whip my ass with her, you know? Thank you, mommy, thank you. Can you imagine if it was like acid? Ay, primero Hulk Hogan and now Anthony. Ay, Dios mío. But here's my thing. I started this journey to help cope with my PTSD. And if you're struggling from mental health, man, just know that there's always somebody to listen. Listen. Just listen. Sometimes we're calling you because we just need you to listen, okay? And Grandma was always my inspiration, but she never got to see it fulfilled because Grandma passed away a long time ago. But I went to Puerto Rico in 2017. And it was my first time. I had just started comedy, did my first open mic, and I went to go look for my grandmother's grave in Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. And when I got there, I'm glad that you're applauding my grandmother's death. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was only kidding. No. But I couldn't find her, so the lady had to help me find her, and someone had stolen her tombstone. Yeah, because Puerto Ricans will steal anything, man. It was out of Bronx, man. I said Bronx, staggering out. And all that was left was grass with a concrete frame. And I was struggling back then, working full-time as a bartender and doing open mics 7 days a week while raising 2 kids at that point, basically on my own, okay? And I remember getting on my knees because Grandma always used to tell me do things to the max. So I got on my knees and I started crying. And I was like, Grandma, I'm starting comedy, but I'm gonna do it to the max. I'm gonna do it to the max, Grandma. That's what you taught me. And because of you, my kids are gonna do it to the max, and their kids are gonna do it to the max, because you started something, Grandma. And I promise I'm gonna come back here, and one day I'm gonna buy you a tombstone, Grandma. All right? And then I've been grinding, I've been working, I've had highs, I've had lows. I've had moments I wanted to give up, moments I wanted to take my life, but God had different plans, and I'm here. And that's why I am who I am. That's why I stand outside with all of yous while you're waiting in line. That's why I come and give you hands and give you hugs, because it truly means that much to me, that you believe in me enough to come out here and do what I'm doing. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm happy to say that last year, I got to go perform in Puerto Rico. I did. And as of April, of this past April, I finally finished paying off Abuelita's tombstone. So this one's for you, Abuelita. This one's for you, Lexi. And this one's for you, Chicago. I love y'all. Beat them!